In order for the body of Christ to overcome the ego spirit or the spirit of Satan, one must be able to understand the devices of Satan and how he can use anything in this fallen world to lead anyone astray, Satan being the only other one that Jesus Christ himself ever called God, for he is the God of the fallen world, that is to say of the ego spirit and all egos in the world. Because the ego is what seeks after the things of this world, materialistic possessions, social statuses, reputation, intellectual knowledge, self-seeking, receiving glory and puffed up in believing that they are better than anyone else, of which all are characteristics of the deception of one believing that they are of this world. The way that Satan deceives the body of Christ on earth or the physical churches, for the most part, is through the lack of knowing yourself, the root of forgiveness, the lack of walking by faith, and the intellect, of which we must be very watchful as we spiritually dissect, leaving no stone unturned in order for us to overcome the craftiness of the confusion of Satan. For the ego spirit has many identities and even more feelings, of which will get in the way of you coming to the knowledge of yourself. The body of Christ on earth or the physical churches must have an open mind if any one of them comes across this message, having enough love within their heart to be able to see that the ego spirit has done nothing but destroy the church in our present time through lofty prayers and weak emotional passion due to the feeling of it, of which in its root involves torment, for passion was crucified on the cross. The physical churches oftentimes make the mistake of trusting in the traditions of men because of what they've been brought up and taught to think what church should be like, due to the lack of knowing for yourself. They must have a humble enough heart within them to be able to see that they are of the lowest and are no good whatsoever. The main reason being that the supposed Christian lifestyle and quoting Bible verses, both of which have been approved by Satan and the elite to deceive many people, as it keeps them distracted from looking within themselves, distracted from being able to see the root cause of them being in the fallen state in the first place, although they mean well, trying to teach the Bible without first and foremost overcoming their own ego spirit. Know yourselves, brothers and sisters, that will become one in the body of Christ as the army of God.